It is my and our distinct pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the second annual National Navigation Roundtable meeting. Boy, we have come a long way in 1 year. I want to just sort of welcome everyone, old faces, new faces. We're really proud of the diversity in the room in terms of the different perspectives that are represented here today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tracy Battaglia, and this is my co-chair, Andy Dwyer. And so we're thrilled to be here to welcome you. We hope that you share in our excitement in convening the most experienced and influential leaders in oncology navigation today in this room. And yes, that is all of you. And it's because all of you that the Roundtable has really begun to catalyze the field of oncology navigation to ensure its place in our emerging cancer care delivery system. So that is why we are all here today. So in recognition of the fact that our success is really dependent on each and every one of you, we want to start the day and continue throughout the day to make sure that we know one another. And so there was a lot of energy in talking when we got started. And so we want to pause for a moment and make sure that we all know one another. And so if you can just turn to your neighbors and introduce or reintroduce yourselves or introduce yourself to someone you haven't met before, we're going to take a minute to do that. Thank you. So we want to encourage you to take advantage of every opportunity to continue these discussions, because that's really the sort of key to our success. So during breaks, get up, move your table around. At lunchtime, maybe go sit with a different group of folks so that we can continue these conversations, because we do have a jam-packed agenda today. So we do really acknowledge the individual efforts of everyone in the room. And we all know in our sort of day-to-day activities, we've been working on oncology navigation as a care delivery source for decades. And everyone here has done their individual efforts. And I want to make sure that we don't lose focus on our focus of ensuring equity in care delivery. And all of these scientific discoveries in cancer care are important and necessary. But if they're not getting delivered to everyone equally, then we're not doing justice to all. And so I think you're all here because you acknowledge the fact that there's still, despite our successes, many roadblocks to getting to sort of the end game. And the end game is ensuring widespread implementation of oncology navigation across our country. And so I'll share with you my personal reflection as a recent cancer patient in the cancer care delivery system in Boston, one of the sort of, mecca medical centers in the country that has the best institutions and some of the best physicians in the country. And I assure you, we still have a lot of work to do. As a privileged white woman who's a physician, who has, colleagues who are sort of coming to me to sort of help me through the healthcare system, being on the other side of the experience and sort of experiencing what the patient experiences, it reinforces the work that is really necessary for us to get there. We still have a long way to go. Our healthcare delivery systems are currently being redesigned, and I want to make no mistake that patient navigation is not designed to fix all of the healthcare delivery system challenges, but it's up to us and the leaders in this room to figure out how we design evidence-based best practices so that navigators have the capacity to contribute to that care delivery system without having to fix everything. So that's our charge today. The past year, the work of the Roundtable has really focused on three sort of specific areas and strategies where we feel the barriers are sort of the greatest, and we're going to be hearing a lot about them today. And so I'm not going to spend time talking about that, but I think you'll all agree, and I heard these comments yesterday in some of our task group meetings, is we're at a pivotal point. The stars have aligned. This is the time for us to really move this field forward. And I think that excitement is why you hear sort of all that energy in the room as we're sort of talking to each other. We have many different perspectives represented today, and so my charge to all of you, our charge to you today, is to keep the common goal in mind, and that is, again, widespread implementation of best practices of navigation to ensure equitable care delivery across our country. We all have that common goal, but we come at it from different perspectives and somewhat different priorities. So we're going to ask you today and challenge you to sort of put those differences aside and really focus on the common goal. And think about how can the Roundtable, and the Roundtable is all of you, work together to collaborate, to reach consensus about leveraging all of our collective work in the field. How can we develop strategies together that will make the work in the field that much easier? So that's not so easy, right? We acknowledge it's not easy, but we have the right people, and it's the right time, and our patients are counting on us to do the right thing. So with that, I want to acknowledge some of those who are responsible for us for being here today. First, our steering committee, who've worked tirelessly and committed a lot of time and effort to sort of helping us with our strategies. Our task group chairs, who have done the heavy lifting of the work that we're going to hear about today. The American Cancer Society, of course, for sponsoring us. Monica Dean, our fearless leader and coordinator, who makes everything function appropriately. And of course, each of you that are here today. We know that you have busy lives and important responsibilities, and just being here today is a testament to your commitment, so we thank you for that. So with that, I'm going to pass it off to my co-chair for a moment.
Okay, great. So we also want to share a little bit of acknowledgement also around those who offered support for today's meeting. So specifically AbbVie, Genentech, as well as the Michigan Medicine and the Roswell Cancer Center. So we want to just thank all of you for the support, and without the support, the meeting wouldn't be possible. So a quick round of applause to all of our sponsors, please. In addition, we want to make sure that we also share a little bit of great news around an infrastructure support that we have known as the website that is now officially launched for the National Navigation Roundtable. So Ghost Note and our team in the back, who has helped tirelessly to really make sure that we have a website that really represents the work. A lot of our dissemination strategies, a lot of the work we're doing within the Roundtable is going to be featured on this website going forward. We do have these fantastic postcards that will be passed around so that everyone has the address and can go ahead and share this within your home institution and the like. In addition, we will be doing live social media today. We have photographers in hand who are going to be helping populate a lot of the images, as well as Ghost Note and team who will be sharing a lot of the perspective that's going to be shared here today. So just a quick note that our social media tags, hashtags for Twitter and the like are here on the slide, and I think we will make sure that this is shared throughout the day so that everyone can also share and follow along through social media. So we're really excited about this great work, and I just want to echo Tracy's comments about really coming together and really working as a team today. I know that we have the agenda set forth, that there's going to be a lot of time from what we heard and what we worked on yesterday to really inform that work, as well as time at the end of today to really take those ideas and really meld together to build a plan moving forward. So I do hope that we just take all of this time to really think and capitalize on the information that's shared, to think about how it's really going to grow where we're moving ahead. So a huge thank you to all, and I'll turn it back over to Tracy.
Thanks, Andy. So I think all of you have a program. In your program, you could see our agenda. We've intentionally started the day with a patient testimonial to keep perspective of the patient's experience at the forefront of our conversations today. Andy mentioned we have two really esteemed panels to sort of guide our discussions. One is really focused around emerging sort of opportunities in navigation with representation from organizations who are doing work similar to ours. The second panel is focused on sustainability and sort of payment models. And then we have the privilege of a keynote speaker from Congressman Desaulniers. I've been practicing that all week, it didn't work. He is responsible for co-authoring a bill, a bipartisan bill that's advancing patient navigation through Medicaid reimbursement. So we're really excited to hear from him during lunch. And then there'll be opportunity in the afternoon for us to have some interactive discussions about next steps and sort of where we go from here. So we're really excited about the day, and we really rely on you for your collective input. So